Are the stories described in Law & Order Special Victims Unit based on true-life events? Why did Taylor Swift call her cat Olivia Benson? How many celebrities made guest appearances on Law & Order SVU? What are Mariska Hargitay's special talents? Hi, my name is Dylan, and you're watching OSSA. Law & Order Special Victims Unit has been on air for 20 years already. It means that some of us fans have been following this incredibly high-rated show for the majority of our lives. But no matter what a die-hard fan you are, I bet you don't know all of the details about the SVU shooting and cast. So these are their stories. Law & Order is a spin-off that has a spin-off. One of the longest-running action shows on television, Law & Order Special Victims Unit, is actually a spin-off of the Law & Order series. It's even surpassed the original show in longevity. And SVU's rating is so huge that the showrunners decided to make its own spin-off that will focus entirely on hate crimes. The release of Law & Order Hate Crimes has been planned for the beginning of this year, but for the moment it is reported to be postponed. The stories told in the series are true. The truth is that SVU's episodes are inspired by real-life stories, but they don't copy or adapt the reality. Unfortunately, life is sometimes stranger than fiction, so yes, the writers of the Law & Order franchise get their ideas from what's happening around us. It can be an event, a person, or just a news headline that becomes the basis of yet another Law & Order story. Some of SVU episodes are inspired or loosely based on celebrity scandals, which affected their lives and careers. For example, an episode called Blood Brothers is based on Arnold Schwarzenegger's secret love affair. Episode Sick, on Michael Jackson's case, and Bombshell is based on Anna Nicole Smith's tragic death. Even Chris Brown's infamous attack on his then-girlfriend Rihanna was turned into a story of an upcoming singer who gets into trouble with her boyfriend in the Funny Valentine episode. But the versions of such high-profile scandals that go on screen are usually way different from the real-life cases. Like in a Law & Order episode called Murder Book, which exploits O.J. Simpson's case. No further suspicious deaths actually happened after O.J.'s trial. By the way, I don't know if you know that the case of O.J. Simpson is called the most publicized criminal trial in history, according to USA Today. It has been depicted or some way used in many other shows, apart from Law & Order, including The Simpsons, Family Guy, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and Seinfeld. And let's not forget that the whole first season of American Crime Story TV series is based on it. Whose voice is in the opening credits? Devoted fans of Law & Order SVU already know that the show was originally called Sex Crimes. But this title did not cover all types of crimes that are investigated by the kick-ass police team. So the show's creator, Dick Wolf, decided to change it as it was considered a bit off-putting. However, the text in the introductory title sequences remained the same.
In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit.
The actor behind the opening credits voiceover is Steve Zirnkilton, who only appeared in the Law & Order original pilot with a single line of dialogue. And this is the only episode of the show that doesn't have an introduction. Apart from SVU, Zirnkilton has provided narration for other series of the Law & Order franchise, including the short-lived Law & Order LA. You can also hear his voice in the overwhelmingly successful animated sitcom Family Guy, the Rugrats movie, and the court show Arrest and Trial. So starring in SVU served him well, and he's not the only one. Celebrity guest stars. Both Law & Order and Law & Order Special Victims Unit has become a starting ground for many celebrities. For example, Sarah Paulson's very first screen acting credit appeared to be back in 1994 in the Law & Order series. Later, in 2009, she had a guest role again, but on SVU. World of Hollywood A-listers, and even award-winning actors, have been attracted to the show because of the important issues raised in SVU, as well as the unexpected characters they can portray. We know that there's an impressive list of celebs who have made memorable appearances in this series. Let's name just a few. Viola Davis, Norman Reedus, Amanda Seyfried, Hilary Duff, Bradley Cooper, Elle Fanning, Sarah Hyland, Ian Somerhalder, Zoe Saldana, and J.K. Simmons. And for some of the guest stars, Law & Order SVU has become a steady job. Regulars who are not supposed to be there. Can you imagine Law & Order Special Victims Unit without Detective Finn Tutuola? This character, played by Ice-T, was supposed to be in the series for 4 episodes only. But the rapper, who was notorious for his song Cop Killer, blended so well with the rest of the cast, and so he remains on the show till now. A similar story happened to Peter Scanavino and Diane Neal. Scanavino's history is particularly interesting, for he made one-episode appearances in 4 shows of the Law & Order franchise, until he finally landed a role in SVU as Detective Dominic Carisi. By the way, the SVU lead actress Mariska Hargitay met her husband when he guest starred on the show. Mariska and Peter Herrmann have been happily married since 2004, so even being a guest on SVU can be life-defining. The omnipresent Munch. Richard Belzer has been on Law & Order Special Victims Unit from its very beginning until its 15th season. But his character, Detective John Munch, originates from the Homicide Life on the Street series. And apart from these 2 shows, Detective Munch appeared on 10 different TV shows from 5 different networks, such as The X-Files, 30 Rock, The Wire, Arrested Development, and 2 other series of the Law & Order franchise. And irreplaceable Richard Belzer portrayed Detective Munch each and every time, even in the comic book Spider-Man Deadpool. Been there, done that. Though Richard Belzer left SVU as a member of the original cast, his character makes guest appearances on the show from time to time. But Detective Elliot Stabler seems to have left the show for good. To our bitter disappointment, after 12 years on SVU, Christopher Meloni and show's producers did not manage to come to an agreement on a new contract. However, fans keep on hoping that Stabler might come back one day, because of the immediate and consistent chemistry between him and Mariska Hargitay's character throughout all 12 seasons. But to our even bigger disappointment, Chris Meloni has no regrets on his decision to leave Law & Order SVU at all. In an interview with Andy Cohen, Meloni made his point very clear. When asked if he ever has any second thoughts about leaving the show, the actor definitively shook his head, saying, "Not for a day." And quite recently, he admitted on Twitter that he had 0 plans to take part in SVU's 20th season. But he would very much be interested in returning for a 5 or 6 episode arc when the series ultimately comes to an end to give fans some closure. At least, this is what a source close to the actor told TV Line reporter. And although Chris Meloni isn't on SVU, he and Mariska Hargitay remain close friends. And even more than that, guess what? Mariska is Meloni's daughter Sophia's godmother. Mariska Hargitay has super talents. I bet you remember Olivia Benson speaking Spanish. Mariska Hargitay did not just memorize the lines, she actually speaks the language. Besides English and Spanish, Hargitay is also fluent in Hungarian, French, and Italian. I was shocked when I heard that she was a polyglot. And let's not forget that Mariska's husband, the handsome actor Peter Herrmann, spent most of his childhood in Germany. Can you just imagine how many languages their children will know? Hargitay also used to do her own stunts. As she told Redbook, "I'd always insisted on doing the stunts my own way, although I don't feel so strongly about that anymore." But in 2008, there was an incident during the shooting of one of the SVU episodes. Hargitay thought she had probably pulled a muscle, but 3 weeks later, she started to suffer severe chest pain. It turns out that the actress had a partially collapsed lung and had to undergo surgery. What is truly amazing is that Mariska Hargitay only missed a single SVU episode because of her health condition. I honestly don't know how she does it. Is Mariska Hargitay a real-life Olivia Benson? First of all, Mariska and Olivia have one mother. Yep, that's true. In a way. Let us explain. Hargitay has a picture of her real-life mother on her character's desk. Their other similarity is that Mariska, just like her character Olivia, has adopted children. She gave birth to her son in 2006. Then, after 5 years, Hargitay and her husband adopted a baby girl, and then a baby boy later the same year. But the most important thing is that just like Olivia Benson, Mariska Hargitay strives to help people. She uses her influence to change the lives of many people through her charity work. For once, Mariska is among the celebrities who speak out against domestic violence for the No More campaign. She helps to raise awareness on uncomfortable issues as untested rape kits, and even produced a documentary, I Am Evidence. Mariska Hargitay is also the founder of Joyful Heart Foundation, an organization that supports the survivors of severe crimes and helps reform policies and legislation to ensure justice for them. How far can a fan go? Olivia Benson is such a strong character that her influence reaches far beyond the SVU series. Every season, Mariska Hargitay amazes us with her gut-wrenching performance. Some suggest she deserves an Emmy for her phenomenal job. But how far can a fan really go to show their love? It turns out that Taylor Swift is a huge fan of Law & Order SVU, especially Mariska Hargitay's character. She even named her Scottish fold kitten Olivia Benson. The singer's Instagram account is full of cute pictures of furry Olivia alongside Taylor's other cats, Meredith Grey and Benjamin Button. Taylor Swift also supports Hargitay's Joyful Heart Foundation by donating regularly. But it seems that Mariska is Taylor Swift's fan as well. The actress made an appearance in Swift's Bad Blood music video and even went up on stage during her 1989 tour. There were talks of Taylor having a guest star role in an episode of Law & Order SVU, but it seems that it didn't work out. So, what's next, superfans? Which fact about Law & Order Special Victims Unit surprised you the most? Do you have something to add to our list? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and stay awesome!